Hey guys, it's Karl. Welcome back to the second episode of my gift guide series for 2022. This is best tech gifts under that $50 mark, and trust me, this episode was really tough to find items. I feel that everything has gotten so expensive, and in this entire series, we're going through obviously the budget episode, the $25 one, which we did last. Today is 50. We'll go 100, 200, baller edition. I've got a bunch to do this year, so just want to thank everyone for watching any of my content. If you watched any of my vids at all this year, just honestly, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's been one of the busiest years of my life, building a house, planning a wedding, obviously creating content. We smashed this year. This was by far the best year on YouTube, on social media that I've had, and it just hopefully will keep on continuing. So I'm trying to give back. I always try to give back with a lot of my videos in some sort of giveaway. YouTube is just dealing with a shitload of spam right now. It's just kind of tough to verify who is who. Usually someone is trying to impersonate me on the comments, trying to reach out through like Telegram, through WhatsApp, asking you to send money to them for shipping. Do not fall for that spam. Only message me through my verified app, so Instagram and Twitter. It seems to be the best way to do things. So just be sure you're subbed to the channel. Of course, leave that comment. I will try to connect with you on one of those social media sites, and bear with me, and I hope YouTube can figure their stuff out, because it's honestly, yeah, just super annoying. Let's get to the first item though, and like I said, this was honestly really tough to manage. I just got the little pile off to the side. I see this one just because it has my giveaway telltale sign of that orange key. So this is a Keychron mechanical keyboard. It is the cheapest mechanical keyboard that you can buy right now, and it's probably one of the best qualities for this kind of money. So Keychron has been in the wireless mechanical keyboard game for a while now, so this should be no surprise. It has some really nice tactile feedback depending on which switches you get. Just kind of listen to these ones here. So I do have blue switches on this guy. I believe this one it's either the K2 or the K3. You'll just have to check their site. But the reason why I'm kind of swayed in this direction is, of course, that nice little orange key up top. And when you consider the price of this keyboard compared to, say, what others offer, anything from Logitech, anything that you generally see off Amazon, like I mentioned, this is one of the cheapest, and it has some of the nicest feel. So better than a stock keyboard, especially if you want to go full mechanical, because I know a lot of people love typing on this kind of stuff. The second budget item is from Apple, and I know a lot of you try to mention if I can include some Apple stuff. Trust me, for $50, it is near impossible. Just as a little reference point, a silicone case cost close to $40, maybe even close to $50 if you're up here in Canada. It is ridiculous what Apple charges for essentially pieces of plastic for a case. So this is their case in Storm Blue for the iPhone 14, but the colorway that I've been kind of trying to check out is this one, which is called Ink. It's almost black from what I've seen online, but it has maybe a very subtle hint of blue, almost like midnight. So this is for the iPhone 14 Pro, and like I mentioned, silicone cases, these are essentially plastic. Apple's markup on these is ridiculous, but they are certified from Apple. They have the certified Apple logo. They've got a nice touch and feel to it. They of course are MagSafe enabled if you do use MagSafe, and it looks pretty dope, to be honest. I personally wouldn't pay close to $50 for a plastic case, but all of you have asked for something from Apple, and this is kind of the budget which you get with them. As a little reference, other accessories if you're willing to step outside of the Apple brand. So for example, this little MagSafe wallet is from Pitaka. It costs under 50 bucks, and I actually prefer it over Apple's actual MagSafe wallet because it has this little entryway at the front, so you can actually slide your card in and out without having to remove it, because Apple's has the weird little cutout at the back, so you actually have to take off the wallet, slide out the card, and then slap the MagSafe wallet back. So this one from Pitaka I think is a better design. It's sleeker, it's way cheaper, because I think Apple charges close to $100 for their leather wallets. Obviously this is in some faux leather, but if you don't mind that, I think it's a solid alternative. And once again, for around $50 or less than, it's way better of an accessory. Moving on to item number 3, and I think this is one of the best stocking stuffers, almost because it's like a a stuffer on its own. You can stuff so many things inside of this. This is just a little RSF pack. It's mainly used for when I travel. I love to stick my accessories like my cables, like dongles, like things that just float around in my bag. I'd like to have them in one place, nice and organized. And you can see maybe why I'm a big fan of it. It has the orange lining on the inside. And as an example, inside I have my little USB-C to lightning adapter. I got this with the latest iPad, so I didn't want this to just be floating around in my backpack somewhere. I just kind of stick that inside with other accessories, like I'll throw this case, I'll throw my phone over. Putting things like SD cards, which always get lost in backpacks or when you travel, just having stuff organized in one place because there are multiple little compartments to go through, and of course a lot of them are secure with zippers, and you can actually see I have a little toothbrush kit just in case I need one when I travel. So clearly this is well used on my end. I absolutely love it, and this is one of the best kind of accessories that you can grab for around that $50 mark. The next item, we'll switch on over to gaming. So typically controllers, specifically Xbox controllers, are over that $50 mark, but right now they're on sale for $49. So I'll leave, of course, a link including everything else down below. So if you are into next-gen gaming, if you are an Xbox fan, there's no better time to pick up a controller. I know during the holidays is usually when I catch up on my gaming for the year. So this is actually one of my favorite controllers that I got. This is a custom painted one. I know that these ones don't go on sale for that kind of money, but the stock colors like the black, the white, I think yellow, blue, if you just want something more on the, I'll put it in quotes, the basic end for 50 bucks, you can snag that right now. And to keep it on gaming terms, I know that video games, once again, are typically over $50. When I was growing up, that was kind of the sweet spot, but there are a couple that are right at that point. So my favorite for a $50 game would probably be a Nintendo one, and since I'm a huge Zelda fan, it's my favorite series of all time, I'll give it to Link's Awakening, the remastered or the remade version. If you haven't played this yet, trust me, you are missing out on some really great nostalgia. I love the way that they've remastered the graphics. They're just so fun, they're playful. The soundtrack for me, so I grew up playing this game on my Game Boy Color. It is just so iconic. It's maybe one of the better Zelda games, I'd dare to say. The puzzles, the gameplay is what makes Zelda games so iconic and so unique. Like I said, trust me, for $50, if you're in need of a game this holiday season, give this one a try, message me on social. I will replay it with you. That's how much I love it, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy it just as much as I have, or will. All of the above. The next item on the list, I always try to include something for creators. So this is a little Elgato Cam Link connector. This is really useful if you are getting into the live stream space or even want to use a better quality, say, camera on your computer. So what this does, it essentially takes an HDMI signal. So say right now we're recording on an A7S III, two Sonys, the A cam and B cam. If I were to stick an HDMI port from the camera to this, plug this into my computer with just a classic USB-A, I can then get the signal from my camera to act as an external camera or a webcam. And when you're on OBS or your streaming software of choice, you can use your external camera, as they are way better than, say, a webcam, anything that Logitech makes. If you want a professional streaming setup or a professional webcam, this little guy for 50 bucks just makes your life so much easier. It's plug and play, works out of the box, and most computers will recognize any camera that you're using as an external one. The last items on the list, these are all our stationary things, and even some of the things like this little felt pad, some of the little desk accessories like the little monitor riser behind me. I tried to include those in because I know a lot of you ask about them. So I'm a sucker for good stationery, like proper stationery stuff with some heft to it. So a lot of this stuff is from Grove Made, and you'll probably look at me and say, spending $50 for a pen is ridiculous. You are right, but if you like to write, little pun there, you will kind of value a lot of their stuff. Like, it's just made out of such high quality materials. So their pens and say like their box cutters, these are made completely out of like one piece of metal. They feel so solid solid in the hands. If you are a stationary fan, you kind of know what that's like. Or if you just want other little desk accessories, so made completely out of wood, this nice little walnut pen holder. So you can see some of my iPad pencils are in here, more pens because once again, stationary. Or if you like these little felt pads, I've got one in the lighter gray and one in the darker gray over there where my MacBook sits. Grove Made makes some really good stuff. I know it's on the pricier end, but if you're willing to pay for that extra quality, I do think they are worthwhile. But anyways, that's kind of my best tech gifts episode. Under $50. Like I said, this was one of the tougher episodes that I struggled with just because tech stuff in general has just gotten so much more expensive. So this is episode 2 on the list. We started off with $25. I'll leave it linked up there. $50, and I hope to catch you in my $100 episode, which I've got some pretty cool stuff lined up. So hope to catch you then. Once again, thanks to everyone for watching my vids. Wishing everyone, the happiest of holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Hanukkah. Diwali just passed, I know. I just want you to spend it with some friends, some family. If you're tuning into one of these episodes, just thanks again, and hope to catch you in my next one. And best of luck to all the giveaway winners. Peace.